unless that happens. We would err on the side, if they want to be a community committee council, that's different.
And they may not know that distinction.
So we need to know that distinction before we rank.
So if we ask, the recommendation could be that we ask them whether they want to be a committee of the council or a community committee.
And then we'll,
Community.
They want to be a
Similar to the
community.
Trails Committee.
Okay, then that's it. See, that wasn't reflected there. So I'll move to be appointed community committee of council, and that alleviates the bureaucratic provincial requirement.
Okay. Councilor McGuire, have you said that? Okay. Is there a second? Councilor Scott? Second. Okay. Any other, Deputy Mayor Day?
Yes, for you too, to Carol. Just, would you mind just explaining to me what, if we have a different financial obligation, it's community of council or just a committee of council? Is there any difference in the financial obligations? Obviously, both would be have the same type of insurance and anything else.
Last year, we chose to have a distinction between a committee of council and a community committee of council. One, as Councilor Lonsdale noted, actually is a committee such as the fire board. It's directly directed by council. The other groups basically only want third-party insurance for their volunteers.
So there's no financial
No,
difference? That's my
those are all determined by council and grant them.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
Then there has to be a member of council on that as a liaison, which is Councilor McGuire. Councilor McGuire.
Water boy.
Just checking, did I go?
Okay. All in favor of that? Carried. 8.9, report number 30. This is dealing with a request for pedestrian warning sign on North Street and the installation of stop signs. Councilor Underwood?
yeah, I'll move that recommendation.
Second by Councilor McGuire. Any questions regarding that? There'll be a notice period for the stop sign. Right. All in favor of that? Carried. Might take a little longer. Report 31, 8.10. Report French is asking for direction here on page 103. Councilor Bonsteel.
Being the liaison with this group, and I know you've been dealing with them, so through you to Brent, I wonder if you could just update us, Brent, because you've got some decisions that we need to make in here, and maybe this is something until Nature Conservancy deals in place and the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, it might be helpful for this group to know where you're at.
And that's right. So the deal with Nature Conservancy, they've sent back some amendments to the agreement. We're still in the process of reviewing them and then sending on our changes. We've kind of taken a parallel process because we are, for good reason, that the Nature Trails Committee sees this as a flagship type of project, and they like to push us along as well to look at the design. So we've taken a parallel approach where we've looked at the agreement and also brought forward the design. So we're at the point now where the Nature Trails Committee is ready to do some work. But we're not able to provide them with any direction on the immediacy or the need for that work. So that's why this report came forward to council, is to give us some priority in our capital plan. We suggested back in November that we didn't have the information at that time for council to make a good decision of where to put it in the capital plan. The budget was very much fluctuating at that point. After some research, we found some very good pre-engineered types of bridges that would fit this application, and we have a reasonable cost here now and reasonable amount of accuracy in the estimate. So now it's just up for council to decide where it falls in the priority of the capital plan, whether it be short within the next 2-3 years or medium 5 to 7 or longer.
the other agreement should be in place, should it not, before we make that decision? If
It-
Nature
it-
Conservancy
it should-
says we're not interested, why are
And
we?
I don't think that's the message we've been getting through that agreement. They're very much interested, it's just, at this point, it is semantics. I guess, for us, we're balancing a fairly heavy workload with a number of projects. We as staff need to understand how much priority to give this project. So that's what we're really looking for, is an indication from the council of what do you see as a priority from this project. If it's a 5-year project, then, I don't need to assign staff to start working on it the next 3 weeks and take them off other projects.
We kind of need to pick a year, and the agreements will get put in place prior to that. Councilor Russell?
Yeah, and I've been reading your report, Brent, excuse me, Mr. Mayor, through you. In reading your report, you said that it wasn't identified, but it was identified. It just wasn't put onto a list, okay? So I think what we should do is do like the irrigation project, which we identified in the budget going 5 years
Yeah,
forward.
5 years.
The irrigation project at Klondike Park, that gives like Smith and the different groups in the community a chance to do fundraising for it, and the nature, what do you call it, the tree nurturing, all that, but that would give timely, and that would work. So if we went 5 years forward on it, and that would allow for fundraising and that type of thing, applying for grants and that type of thing, would that be where you're looking?
Again, I think it's council's decision at this point.
But from your staff point of view, in terms of your workload, it's medium term in the strategic plan versus short term, right?
Probably, and
Okay.
if it was medium term, I think we then
That's
set a goal to
medium
have
term.
the agreement put in place within the next 6 months. And then we know that, the Ts are crossed and the Is are dotted. And then the group also knows that they have a lead time up to the project to do the necessary fundraising.
Councilor Scott?
And this project that they're working on, it doesn't come out of the ABCA one, it comes out of the Nature Conservancy further down the road, correct? The
Which is that?
ABCA is actually, and just by the lake.
No, we're strictly
Yeah, so it's on the Nature
It's Nature
Conservancy property down
yes.
by the other.
The Watson
Other
project,
drain.
the Watson property.
Yes, yes. Okay, so it's there, so that is not one of the trails that they're going to be working on next? They're going to work on the Ipperwash swales as well as they're going to work on this one. So will the expectation not be that the bridge is going to go in sooner than later?
Oh, I don't think I'd be wrong in saying that the Nature Trail Committee would like us to build it tomorrow if we could. And because they would like to move forward on this. I feel that, again, I can't speak for the committee, and Councilor Bonstead, you attended meetings. I feel that if this was pushed further down the road, then they would focus on other projects first. They are looking at a handful of projects, including the Klondike Trail. I know that they're starting, based on their minutes, they're starting to consider looking at the Rotary Trail extension into Port Franks as well. So I think by council prioritizing this project, it will help the committee also prioritize their efforts.
Can I put that there, because he's absolutely right. So we don't get into huge discussion about when this bridge should go in, he's absolutely right. There's a lot of work to be done. I think really what the Trails Group is looking for is a commitment from this council to say, yes, we will build it within this time frame, up into, and as long as it's negotiable every year, as long as it's in the 5-year window, to be completed by 2018. Within that period, I think that would, Councilor Russell, you attend these meetings as well, what would you say?
I think that's too far.
Within.
Oh, I don't think it's too far. I think it's realistic. It's realistic from a staff point of view. It's realistic from the fact that we haven't done our master plan fully done the master plan yet in terms of recreation master plan has not been, hasn't been fully prioritized. So I think what the trail committee's doing, they come together and they figure it out. They probably got between 14 and 22 potential trail priorities to work on. This could be over 30 years. I mean, what they've done is they've done the homework that we asked of them to do. They did their planning. Now, I think is exactly what this is. This is a way of helping them prioritize. 5 years may seem like a long time, but in fact it goes pretty quick. And they have lots to work on, and they have to consider fundraising. So I personally support.
We'll make a motion with 2017.
I'm going to make the motion that we accept the recommendations of this report, that we commit to this bridge within a 5-year time frame, and that you continue to be updated as to what's going on with this group, and that if they, by some chance, win the lottery and can put it in a shorter time frame, then away we go. But at least there's a commitment there, and it's a realistic time frame. And thank you, Brent, for all the work you've done with this group on that.
The motion is that we have a 5-year window for this,
Yeah.
which puts it in 2017.